What is life insurance? Why don't we go ahead and get into it? I really dislike that my camera is like in and out on the color. Okay, anyways, what is life insurance? This is a conversation that I really want to discuss because I've noticed that a lot of people just don't really fully understand or are aware what life insurance is and its benefits. So I want to get on here and I want to simplify it in the best way possible. Who am I? My name is Lisa Campuzano. I'm an insurance specialist, financial literacy guru. I'm also co-host of Dinero Twins, which is another YouTube / podcast that we have out where we talk about all things business and money. So there's other financial topics that you want to get into that, you probably want to learn more about. That's where you'll go. This channel, I'm only going to be talking about specifically about life insurance and its benefits, what is life insurance, and everything that has to do with life insurance as a whole, okay? So let's get into it. What is life insurance? A life insurance is a contract that you as a policyholder or as the owner has with an insurance company, okay? This contract gets into the specific on how much coverage you have, which is the lump sum of money that gets passed on to your designated beneficiaries at the time of your death. Okay, this lump sum of money is also referred to as a death benefit. So you'll also hear people referring to as a death benefit. Okay, so whenever I say death benefit, I'm referring to the lump sum of money, okay, which is the amount of coverage that you design, that you designate, or it's usually the company lets you know this is how much you can afford, right? But usually how much you need and how much you can afford do not correlate, right? Some people are really underinsured because of this, okay? So with that being said, not only is this death benefit paid out upon your death, but there's other things that may trigger it, like a chronic illness, a terminal illness, a critical illness. These are other riders that you can include inside of your life insurance policy that would also trigger the death benefit to be paid out in advance. It doesn't only have to be for your death, right? It could be for those things that I just mentioned. So very important thing for you to understand. But in essence, it's a contract amongst you and the company. This contract is given to you in a physical form. In often cases, you receive a policy, which can be a booklet, it can be a folder, it can be a couple pages, right? It looks different for different companies. I highly recommend that when you receive this, you probably take pictures of it, upload it in a safe software online, on the cloud, because it's like the last thing that you want to do is that, and another thing that I would recommend, not only do you want to upload it on the cloud in a safe software online, but you also want to make sure that you let your beneficiaries know that, hey, I'm adding you as a beneficiary. Okay, this is the company. This is my policy number. This is the number of the company that you can call to file a claim. And this is my agent. This is the person that helped me during this process, okay? These things are important because the last thing that you want is that you purchase a life insurance policy, but no one knows that you have one. So now your beneficiaries don't know where to file a claim, where to start, or if there's even a claim that they can file, right? So it's important that you make sure that you let them know. Your beneficiaries can change all the time. So that means that if you design, let's say you design your spouse now, you don't have any kids, but your family expands and now you want to add on your kids later on, you can do that, right? Your beneficiaries can change. You can change your beneficiaries as oftentimes as you want, but it's important that you let these people know that, where they can go when it's time to file a claim, okay? So with that being said, that's pretty much what a life insurance is in its most simplified form. Now I'm going to talk about some reasons on why you need life insurance, why life insurance is important. Besides the fact that it can cover your funeral expenses, it has so many other benefits, okay? For example, it alleviates stress from your loved ones. See, statistically speaking, it takes your loved ones at least 10 years to bounce back financially after the death of a loved one. And the main reason is because they just lost an income, right? They lost that income. So not only are they mourning your death, but now they're trying to figure out how they're going to make ends meet, right? And that doesn't even include if you left behind any debt or any type of things that can set them back financially, right? So it's important that you think about this. Think about the type of life that you want your family to have when you're no longer around, right? Do you want to make sure that they're able to pay off the mortgage, or they're able to maintain the mortgage payments and not left with the only option to sell the home just to be able to, get back on their feet? If you're leaving children behind, do you want to make sure that you leave enough money so they can cover their college costs, or be able to put a down payment on a home, or anything that would help them kind of give them a stepping stool in that wealth generation, right? Maybe you want to protect the business, so you have a business partnership that you left behind, and you want to make sure that you leave enough money so the family can buy out the other person in the business, right? Or you even want to secure your income. Now, this that I'm about to cover is something that you can only really do with a specific type of life insurance, which are your cash value type of life insurance. I'm going to get into what type of life insurance there is in a later episode. But in this type of life insurance, is the life insurance that you can accumulate money inside of the policy, and then you can use that money and use it to supplement retirement in the later years, or any other opportunities that may arise, right? Maybe you just want to do something, leave a inheritance, right? So these are all the things that you can use life insurance for, but in reality, it's planning your estate. And it's, I know it's not a fun topic. I know it's not a conversation that many people want to have. It's a bit morbid, to be quite honest, but it's necessary, because you're not leaving those behind up to wonder and leaving them in a financial rut, right? So it is our responsibility to make sure that we know what's going to happen with our estate when we're no longer here, and life insurance is a good way to delegate that, right? So I hope that this episode brought a tremendous value to you. If you're one of those people that's curious on, how can I get started, I'm going to add a link in the description where you can go and request a free life insurance quote. Once you fill that form out, either myself or someone from my team will contact you within the next 24 to 48 hours, and we'll set up an appointment to go over your life insurance quotes, right? So it's very important for you to do. I'm going to be a resource, so come back to my later episodes and learn more, get in tune with this conversation, subscribe, share it with someone else that needs to hear this conversation. But overall, thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you soon.